There's been an ongoing debate for years over what to do with the lower Snake River dams. Some parties want to find alternative sources of energy so they can breach the dams, arguing that the hydro system has led some salmon populations to become extinct and others are threatened. But opponents say doing that could increase utility rates for consumers, hurt power companies, and negatively impact the economy. Now, someone involved in negotiations in an ongoing lawsuit about the future of the dams has released a report titled U.S. Government Commitments in Support of the Columbia Basin Restoration Initiative and in partnership with the 6 sovereigns, a confidential mediation document not intended for distribution. Some media outlets are calling it a leaked secret plan that shows the Biden administration is preparing for dam breaching. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us that's not what it is or what it says.
First of all, the document is a draft, meaning that nothing in it has been finalized. And second, nowhere in the document does it definitively say that the government will be breaching the dams. It's essentially a list of what funding or resources agencies would be willing to commit to help restore salmon populations, including some things that would only apply if the dams were breached. But even in a letter sent to the Biden administration by federal lawmakers in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho asking for clarification on the draft, they acknowledge that the government's position on dam removal remains unclear. The letter, signed by Representatives Kathy McMorris Rogers, Dan Newhouse, Cliff Bentz, and Russ Fulcher. I reached out to those lawmakers who provided me with a joint statement saying, quote, "The people in our communities rely on the lower Snake River dams and the Columbia River system to support their entire way of life. They deserve to know how this package of commitments and actions, which they had little say in, will impact our region if it is realized. We are on a fact-finding mission to get those answers from President Biden immediately." In the letter to Biden, lawmakers ask big questions, like why a proposed plan to provide energy assistance to tribes appears to be restricted to just a few out of the dozens of federally recognized tribes in the region. Plus, who is helping them make these decisions, and how do they plan on dealing with concerns from power companies and other stakeholders? The Benton Rural Electric Association, which serves more than 11,000 members in Benton, Yakima, and Lewis counties, says they have been refused a seat at the table. In a statement, they said, quote, "We should be included in conversations that affect our ability to serve our members, and our perspective should be considered before any commitments are finalized." The executive directors of Northwest River Partners, the Public Power Council, and the Pacific Northwest Waterways Association also spoke out in a joint statement saying, quote, "By purposefully excluding our respective organizations from the negotiations, literally millions of Northwest residents were deprived of fair representation in this process." We haven't seen a response yet from the Biden administration about the release of the document or about the letter from federal lawmakers, but we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Additionally, if you want to see those full statements or the document I mentioned, you can go to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.